times. Word. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a place of peace. That's all we want. Yo, live from the palace of stars, seen the equinox from Mars. Peace from my home planet. Holding my wares as comets twist past the scorched earth that we used to call home. It's now gone. Now in this world where time is collapsing, a real man chases his passions, young and dashing, Al Capone fashion. I'm like a young Basquiat splashing colors on the canvas, dark matter as it...
Peace to all the brothers, man. This is Ghost. I hope all you brothers are good, man. Taking care of business. You know, all my grown guys out there with responsibilities and such. You know what I mean? I hope you're having a good new year. Doing everything you gotta do. You know, I'm still getting acclimated into my new place. And when I had to go buy some sheets today. And this video is more about, like, as you get older, you gotta start to, like, advance your quality and the things in your life. They have to be better quality, especially as you get older. One perfect example, like today I had to buy sheets, right? And I bought some sheets online, and I was trying to be a cheap ass, right? I got a new bed, so I bought these cheap ass sheets, and I mean cheap, like in Brazilian money cheap, thinking I'm doing myself a favor. And these sheets were so hard and so uncomfortable and just so low quality, it was like giving me rashes. Like I literally paid for it by having to go to the fucking pharmacy and get some damn cortisol to get these rashes off my fucking arms and shit from sleeping on these gel ass Rikers Island sheets I got. Like you gotta, certain things you can't skip out on. And I know a lot of younger dudes that listen to these, they might, I know money ain't always up, especially when you get your first apartment and I understand, I've been there. I done been in apartments with like just a mattress on the floor or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Until I was able to get just something going. And when you get to a certain age, man, certain things you can't skimp out on. Like, your health insurance, shoes, comfortable sneakers. It's like certain things, clothes and material. I'm like real big on material. And it translates when I'm like buying shirts, t-shirts, things like that. But when it comes down to like sheets, something that you're going to be laying on for 8 hours, I go cheapskate on it, right? And I pay for it because I have very sensitive skin, right? So I had to go to the place and buy some like real thread count sheets. And they were kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, damn. But when I felt them, I felt like a vast contrast in quality. And I was like, you know what? I'll get these. And I needed like some towels. Man, stop having cheap ass towels too, man. You know what I mean? And they don't look good because you grown, you know what I mean? Some of you guys are still dating. And when you have a lady over, man, sometimes them cheap shit, man, women don't want that shit on their body, man. I did learn that shit the hard way. Like homegirl's laying down and she felt the cheap ass sheets I had, and she just is like ugh, like she ain't even want to sleep. Like she wanted, like this shit fucked the whole shit up. So I was like, damn, these must be really fucking shitty sheets, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, I got better sheets. I'm getting better towels. Just to have better quality things in your home. We're talking about like men taking care of this thing, because it's always been this thing like men can live out of a cardboard box and you don't have to have quality shit. And it's like sometimes you do, because you end up spending more money in the long run replacing the cheap shit that you buy, trying to save money. So you're gonna end up spending that money anyway. So you might as well just buy something that you could, if you buy cheap towels or cheap material clothes, you go to wash it, it gets messed up. Then you end up having to buy it again. So for all the young guys who didn't have an uncle or somebody to tell you that when you buying certain things for your home, things that go on your body, try to get good quality. I'm not saying it got to be Balenciaga. I'm saying just good quality, right? Because you're gonna end up paying for it anyway. If you get cheap shit, you're gonna end up paying for it 2-3 times over. So just pay more for the good stuff that'll last, and you don't got to keep replacing it. That's something I'm learning over time, because I'm always a cheapskate when it comes to certain shit, and I'm learning you can't do that. And here, the quality the levels is different on certain shit. Like in America, you could go to like, I don't know, Walmart or something and get some yee ass sheets or towels, and they might hold you down a little bit. But at the end of the day, here, that quality that I went for the cheap shit was like literally unusable. Like it's literally like, yo, I can't even sleep on this. I had it on the pillowcase. They came with a pillowcase. I put the pillowcase on my face. I was like, yo, no way. I just slept without the pillowcase on my pillow for like the first 3 days. I just got pillowcases now, but I just didn't put pillowcases. I just took them off. That's how bad it was. And I probably had a rash on my face or some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you always got to take into consideration, man. Always try to get some quality things that you can maintain, right? And also, as we get older, you want to make sure you got comfortable sneakers. You know, every pair of Jordans, you know, you can't always try to wear J's and all of this bullshit from the 90s with old ass 90s shoe tech in them. Like, Nike always is doing some new futuristic shit for comfort and shoes, right? They got like the Zoom X shit or whatever it's called. Put it like this. Long story short, out here, the Gamma 11s was like a big deal in America that came out, right? They came out here, but they're like everywhere. Like nobody buys them here because they're too expensive. Nobody cares. Jordans is not that big of a deal here, right? But they have them. So my goofy ass end up getting them. And I'm wearing them, and it's like, yo, these shits are so fucking uncomfortable. And I never had a pair of Jordan 11s before in my life. I always got Jordan 3s and shit like that because they're comfortable and you can wear them like casually. Jordan 11s, they feel too much like a pair of dress shoes because of the patent leather on the toe. It was like hurting my feet in the front and the back. And I wear a size 11, and them shits was killing me. And I was like, yo, I don't want to get a size 12 because then they're going to look like big ass boats. And I was like, I don't want that. So, long story short, man, I ended up taking them joints back, and I had to learn a hard lesson. I ended up getting a pair of Nike runners with the Zoom X foam or whatever it's called on them, so that I can have more comfort. And honestly, they're probably the most comfortable shoes I ever had, and they were half the price. And it really woke me up to something like, yo, like just walking and stuff, you know, you would get little pains and walking and things like that. Your feet hurt, maybe your back hurt as you get older. And, you know, you can't be just trying to keep up with the trends, buying all these Jordans and all this goofy shit. That's like, and the remakes of these sneakers, what a lot of people don't know, they don't have the same quality in a lot of these shoes that they may have had back in the day. They're just mass producing these shits, and they're not even the same quality, right? And that's something you gotta recognize. Like, it may look like the shoe, especially when it comes down to Nike and making all the remakes of Jordans. It's not the same shoe from when you were younger. You know, it's probably a shittier version of it. You know, so it's like when you going through these phases of getting older and growing up. And this is for the young dudes who's going to college, or, you know, you're moving out, or you're at the age where you're getting out on your own in the world. When you start to put together your home base and the place that you're going to rest your head, you know, and not just because for women, for yourself, man. Like, make sure you buy a decent couch, you know, that you can lay on. It's not going to tear your back to pieces. You know, get good dishes and cutlery and forks and knives and glasses that won't break in your hand like fucking Mama Payne or Martin squeezing it as soon as you sneeze or some shit, you crushing your glass in your hand. Like, get certain things that's going to last, man. I learned that the hard way in a lot of my old places is trying to go cheap. You're gonna pay for it anyway, times two. So just go ahead and spend a little extra bread, get you some good plates, some good pots and pans. You know what I mean? Like the ones that are good where you can cook with it for years and the handle ain't all loose and the pot all spinning around on the handle after like a month. Like, don't get them cheap ass skillets and pots. You know what I'm talking about. Them cheap ass shits you get to where it get all loose around the handle in the pot and it can't be still, and you fuck around and try to take some food off the stove and the damn handle come off and you drop your food all over the damn place. Like, these things are mandatory, man. You know what I'm saying? These are mandatory things, man. Like, get good pots and pans, good glasses, good appliances, like, so you won't be breaking this shit all the time. And that's what you gotta learn. Like, these things are made to break. If it's cheap, it's not made to last. It's just not. You know? You're just buying it to say you got it, but you really don't got it because you're not gonna have it long, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Get good towels, you know, things like that. Like, I just got some new towels. I didn't even bring a lot of towels from my old place because, again, I didn't even buy a lot of towels. I was just scavenging them shits over the years. Like, you know what I mean? Never really just like focused on buying like quality goods, you know? So I say, yo, you know what? This time I'm gonna make sure I got nice towels that are soft, you know, things like that. Use fabric softener when you wash your clothes, gentlemen. You know, you don't have to just throw it in there, whites and colors and jean jackets and boots and shit in the same washing machine. Like, yo, separate your clothes, man. It's all right. It's all right to separate your clothes, man. Put your colors in your whites. Put a little bleach on your whites so your socks is not all off-white and cringy and shit after a couple of months. You know, put some fabric softener in there so you don't get rashes and shit from wearing your clothes all hard and crinkly. You know what I mean? You don't want your shit feeling like that. You don't want a cotton t-shirt feeling like a leather jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, feeling like cardboard paper. You mess up your clothes like that too, man. They shrink up and they get all fucked up. You know, we in a point where it's like it's okay to keep your things. We live in black culture is all about wasting money and balling out and blowing a bag and all that shit, man. I'm about keeping what I got. You know what I'm saying? Get things that last. It ain't about blowing a bag. It's about buying quality and taking care of it. You know, take care of your car, your vehicles, and stuff like that. You know, we're at that time, man, because we out here. It's just us. It's just us. You know what I mean? We weren't taught right. We weren't educated right. We didn't come up right when it came to money and things like that. We all grew up. If you're my age, you grew up. It was the drug dealer era and crack dealers and coke dealers, and everybody was just throwing money around like it wasn't shit. You see what I'm saying? And you didn't really learn the value of being frugal and being like saving money and not spending a lot of money and putting money aside and investing. You don't know, we wasn't taught that shit, man. We wasn't taught it, but you can learn it now. And I think it's very beneficial to be a cheapskate. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the cheapskates, man. When it comes to certain things, you buy quality, but you don't waste money. You understand? Buy quality, but you don't waste money on shit you don't need. You know what I'm saying? If you get, it's just me. All I need is 2 towels, 2 face cloths, one to go on the floor, little hand towel, maybe get some more down the line. It's just for me, and in case I got a guest. I don't need all that shit, bro. It's just me. But I got good quality. So these should last me a long time, right? Get some fabric softener in it, get them smelling good, all that good shit. Yo, it's definitely imperative. Like, I knew it when I got them. I was like, yo, these feel way better than the towels I got. 100 times better. So it's like, and they look nice. I can hang them up in the bathroom and they look presentable. You know, we grown men. It ain't, you know, just because you're a grown man. I remember my uncle used to say this. God rest his soul. He used to say, my older uncle used to tell us when we were younger. He's like, just because we men don't mean you gotta live like bears. You know what I'm saying? He used to always say that. He's like, just because you a young man and we men don't mean you gotta live like bears. He used to be one of them dudes that used to go get like manicures and get his toes and everything done. And I'll be looking at this nigga like, why is he doing that shit? And he used to always do that, always keep a cut and, you know, take care of himself. Get manicures and get your teeth clean, all time of shit. Like, you don't gotta live like a bear because you're a man. Like, it's like, it's good to have nice things and your stuff clean and well put together and neat, and it's nothing wrong with that. If you gotta hire a cleaning lady, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta do it, go ahead. I don't know how much that costs, but you know, some places it's a little cheaper. If you gotta hire somebody to clean up the crib, man, get somebody over there to clean up the crib, man. If you're too busy, but it's okay to just, I learned you clean up in pieces, right? You just like, sometimes you wanna have to be in the zone and you like, you can sweep through the whole crib and clean it up in a couple hours. Throw some music on, all of that good stuff. And sometimes you just clean it up in pieces. You do the kitchen one day, then the next day you bust down the living room, clean up your room, put your laundry stuff aside. Then when you're all done with that, you do the bathroom. And then when you got all your dirty clothes and stuff in your laundry, then you go bust down your laundry. You know what I mean? Then you bounce. You know, if you're busy, you just try to get some organized out. Because it's like, when your crib isn't organized, it takes away from a peaceful aspect of being in your own place. It like robs you of something. Like, it's something that you can't explain. Like, if your crib is messy and it's disorganized, you just don't feel at peace. So it's good to have everything tight and tidy. And when you come in your crib, you know where everything is. You can relax. It's clean. You know, stuff like that, bro. You got a young lady want to come over, you don't got to do the fast forward, clean up the, you know, running around the crib and fast forward trying to clean up in 30 minutes because you got a girl coming over. Nah, man, have your shit clean all the time. I used to do that shit. Fucking kicking shit under the bed because you like, man, don't do that shit, man. That's young guy shit. That's young guy shit. You shouldn't have to do all of that, man. You should have it already organized, and once shorty be around you enough, man, she clean the shit up. But you know, it's something I just wanted to share in the moment and give y'all a little of my daily doings and give you a little bit of older guy unk wisdom. I guess I'm an unk now, right? And I know it's some younger guys that listen to my content that never had nobody giving them that just regular everyday unk advice, and I'm accepting my unk status. And I just want to pass down certain things that younger guys are missing out on, bro. You know? Like I said, it's all right to be frugal. It's all right to be cheap, right? But it don't mean you gotta have cheap shit. It just means you're not wasting money. You understand? It's all right. You want to buy things that you only gotta buy once. And you can have it for a long time. When you get cheap shit, you get cheap results. And you end up having to replace it, and you probably end up spending the money you would have spent on something quality over time. You dig? So, anyway, this is your brother, man. I hope y'all brothers enjoying your week. I'm gonna go over here and unpack these fucking sheets and see how they fit and all those kind of stuff. And probably just gonna end up just throwing them in the washing machine first anyway. So, but anyway, I hope you brothers are blessed. This is TMT The Ghost. Shout out to everybody in the Patreon. Shout out to everybody that's bought the album. Thank y'all for all the support. The music is some of my best work. I'll put a link below in the description. Everybody who's ever supported me at any point, any stage, comments, just likes, subscribes, your well wishes, man. I appreciate all of that. Once again, it's your brother. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.